Hey everyone, I'm coming here for our Sunday stock watch per usual. First, I do want to go over our earnings calendar for this week because we do have some very important earnings, specifically NVIDIA. So on Monday, I'm not going to be looking at a whole lot, probably Tempest AI, HIMS, and Riot, mainly what I'll be looking at. Tuesday, not much going on there for me, but then Wednesday, before open, nothing, but I will be looking at NVIDIA, obviously, Snowflake, Salesforce, Mara. Those are all a couple names. And then the rest of the week, again, not a whole lot I will be really watching for. So, got that out of the way. Now for economic data for this week, looks like we have nothing scheduled Monday, no news Monday. And the market is currently already up a little bit from our nice sell off we got on Friday that I think was very due, and I'll get to that in a second. Tuesday, we do have consumer confidence and then a couple Fed speakers you should be watching out for. Wednesday, not much. Thursday, initial jobless claims, GDP will be important, and then some more Fed speakers throughout the day. And then Friday, we do have PCE, so that will be important. Make sure to be watching for that. Next, let's get into it. So currently, I believe Q's is up to 528 overnight. Since we just opened a little bit ago, let me check on that. Yeah. So we are up currently to 528.34 on Q. So what I will be looking at heading into tomorrow is a continuation. But again, I did see a comment on here saying you just say that it might do this or that. Well, yeah, because I don't predict, I react. Anything could happen tomorrow, but I'm kind of staying within the levels that I know, and that's kind of what I'm sharing with you guys. So based on my reaction versus I'm not going to try and tell you guys what's going to happen tomorrow because I have no idea, but it is a no news Monday, so, and we had a massive sell-off Friday. We could see some bullishness going on tomorrow, but I would like to see back above 530 is our first area I would love to see. Then from there, this week we could see back up to 535 to 537 area depending on how bullish we are. If we continue this in, let's say Tuesday we get some downside, Wednesday after market we have bad earnings, then I will be looking towards 525 on Qs and back down to about 522.50. Lower than that, if we see like 519, a really bigger sell off this week, then yeah, watch below 520 to see like 519, 518 area. Next, let's go over SPY. Same sort of thing. SPY is currently at 602.34. So we did get some movement there. I do want to see above 605 for SPY. Either tomorrow or sometimes this week if we are more bullish. Looking forward to tomorrow for that though. And if we continue this, we could see below 600. We got a little bit below 600 on Friday, but not by a whole lot. So yeah, seeing below 600 because we haven't really gotten that in a little bit. A real hold below, we could definitely see back into 593 to 592 area with that. Oops. Now, actually, I'm on the wrong watch list. Let's go to Daily Traders. There we go. Okay, Tesla, next thing I'll be taking a look at. Yeah, this fell pretty hard on Friday with that sell-off, so I would like to see us continue up with Tesla. We are at 340 right now overnight, so if we could see back above 345 to 350, that would be great, but Tesla recently hasn't been great to trade. Back below this 337 area, we could see 330, 325 once again. So I would be watching for that. NVIDIA. So I'm not really going to be trading it before earnings unless there is a good play. But normally before earnings, we don't look that great. So we are at 135.80. We're still kind of at this 135 range. So Heading into earnings, I'm not looking at too much. I think we could see in between 534 to 538 range. Pre-earnings, I don't think we're going to move too much. If we do, I would be looking towards seeing back above 140 to 142. And if we're kind of bearish, I would look for below 135, reaching to 132 area. Next, SMCI. SMCI has done really well. I believe it's next weekend when they have to file. I'm not sure. I have to check on that again. So leading up to that, if they don't file until the actual date, I don't know how we're really going to trade with SMCI. I'm hoping they file before the date. And if they do, we will definitely see SMCI back above 60, reaching 65, 70. If we don't, we could see this kind of chop around this 55 area back to 50. So definitely watch for that. Watch for news with SMCI. AMD, I'm not going to really take a look at. Bitcoin's not moving, so I'm also not super interested in Coin or Mara as of right now. And we have earnings tomorrow with Mara. Meta will be a nice trade to take for some upside. I think now we are definitely a bit oversold with Meta. We are currently at 687 overnight. So could be interesting. I am looking towards seeing back above 700 this next week. Even tomorrow, I would like to see 695. And if we do get more downside, which we haven't really gone below this area in quite a bit, could see back down to 675, 670 area if we do get a good amount of downside. But I am really looking towards seeing some upside with this and catching that ride up to 700, above 700, back to 705, 710. Next, let's see. Take a look at Broadcom, AVGO. Did get a nice sell-off also on this. A lot of tech mainly sold off. So I am looking towards seeing that 225 area once again to 230. But I don't really know how well we're going to move with NVIDIA earnings coming up. So I guess we'll have to watch and see. But I am looking towards upside of seeing 225 to 230. If we get more downside, we could see this 210 to 215 area once again, like we did see last month, I believe. Beginning of February last month. Oh, Apple. I did miss Apple. Apple wasn't as much of a sell-off as everything else. So the fact that this held up pretty nicely is great. So I am looking towards seeing, above 248. Want to see a hold above there, reaching back to like 250, 252 maybe, or not back, but reaching to 252 would be great. If we do get some downside, we could see, 243, 242. Apple doesn't move a whole ton, but it does still move nicely, so I would definitely be watching that. I guess I'll go over AMD real quick. Yeah, AMD obviously got a sell-off. We could see this recover once again back up to 115 area if we are pretty bullish heading into No News Monday and Tuesday, since we aren't getting much news. But with NVIDIA, obviously AMD will move somewhat off of NVIDIA earnings. So this one will also be kind of a little bit of a risky play. So I would like to see us back at 115, so we could watch for that as well. I believe we're at 111.80 overnight, so haven't moved a whole lot yet, but we will see that. Tempest. I'm not really looking at Tempest. I mean, potential play after earnings depending on what we see. If earnings are really good, you could see this back at $90 probably that day once earnings come out. If not, we could continue selling below this area back into low 60s, 55. But yeah, this thing ran up really fast, so could kind of be headed straight for a wall. We'll see again with earnings, and then HIM's obviously earnings, but not looking forward to it really. Don't really care that much. So anyways, let me know if you guys have any questions. As always, you know where to find me. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and happy trading this next